Time, Madam Speaker, I yield our final minute to our distinguished minority leader, Mr. Boehner.
Gentleman from Ohio is recognized for 1 minute.
Let me thank my colleague from Wisconsin for yielding, and thank he and all of our Republican members of the Budget Committee for their outstanding work. Let me also congratulate the chairman. I know how difficult it is to bring a budget to the floor of the House. It's no easy task. Even though I disagree with the product, I know that the chairman's worked very diligently on this project, and congratulate him. Our economy is in a difficult moment. We've got some of the highest unemployment we've seen in our country in 25 years. We've got economic dislocations underway. Banks aren't providing the credit they once provided. And as a result, there's a lot of people in America who are out of work, others worried about losing their job, and they're having to make difficult decisions on behalf of their family. And I think the American people look to their Congress and wonder what difficult decisions are being made in Washington, D.C. What is it that Washington is doing that's going to make it better for my kids and their kids? What we see before us is a budget resolution that is nothing short of the most audacious move to a big socialist government in Washington, D.C. than anything I could have ever dreamed about before I ran for Congress, or for that matter, any time over the last 18 years that I've been here. Budgets are supposed to be about tough decisions. And there are no tough decisions in this budget. Because when you look at the document, what it does, it's real simple. It spends an awful lot of money, it raises a lot of taxes, and it puts all of this debt on the backs of our kids and our grandkids. This is not the American way. The American way has been about a more limited government, a more limited role here in Washington, so that we can allow American families and small businesses around our country to keep more of what they earn so they can reinvest it in themselves, reinvest it in their communities, and help our economy grow, providing opportunities for all Americans. We live in the greatest country in the world, a country where you can grow up and be anything you want to be and do anything that you want to do. And there's no country on the face of the earth that's as good as America. Why? Because we allow our citizens the opportunity to be all that they can be. But that won't happen when government gets too big, and when government takes too much out of the pockets of our citizens, and government takes more control over our society. Right here is the most expensive credit card in the history of the world. It's a voting card for a member of Congress. And this voting card should be used responsibly on behalf of the American people. So far this year, a majority in this House have used this credit card irresponsibly. An $800 billion stimulus bill that was supposed to be about jobs, jobs, and jobs, and turned into nothing more than an $800 billion bill about spending, spending, and more spending, and growing the size of government. And then we had an omnibus appropriation bill, $30 billion over budget, 9,000 earmarks. How responsible was that to pass? And now we have an opportunity with this budget, a budget that spends too much, taxes too much, and puts too much debt on the backs of our kids and grandkids. The American people expect us to use this credit card that they gave us. They expect us to use this responsibly. And the responsible decision on this bill and on this budget is to vote no. And I yield back.
Yields back his time. The gentleman